Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are so excited to begin episode 1 of the new Mindbreeze Podcast, Illuminating Information. How can insights and knowledge at your fingertips help you with business processes? It makes sense for our very first guest to be founder and CEO of Mindbreeze, Daniel Fallmann. So we will get started right away with Daniel for some questions and answers and a whole lot of insights, starting now. Daniel, why is it so important for businesses to understand their information?
So Jeremy, I think information, as we all know, is one of the most important resources of every organization, right? So especially looking at the sheer growth of enterprise data these days, we see that it almost doubles every 2 to 3 years. So this data is, of course, not only produced by humans or users, right? It is also generated throughout processes and all kind of devices, machines, and many other sources on a frequent basis. And I think the most important first step is really to start making the tremendous source of data work for your own organization best, which would either then mean, right, use it for optimization tasks, but even going further, it is very critical to have that information at your fingertip for innovation and then general ongoing improvements. I think nowadays businesses really understand that leveraging all this information around is not only a nice to have, but it's critical for their future success. And with all the nuggets of information scattered across a company, the sole ability to access it can be revolutionary, right? Especially for making informed decisions of management teams or every person in an organization to, of course, leverage the information in addition for everyday processes for every worker.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Those revolutionary insights are obviously very critical. We've seen that with our customers and within our own organization. So another popular topic that we often discuss is business process transformation. So can you expand a bit on how understanding information is critical to business process information?
So yeah, let's take customer service as a good first example. I think that their standard processes may overwhelm representatives because they simply don't have access to the valuable information they need to help their customers on a day-to-day basis. What that means is not causing unsatisfied customers. It also means that those agents waste a lot of time trying to find answers for questions to help their customers best. And I think equipping those customer service representatives or agents, or in reality all the stakeholders in the chain, right, is a critical and important first step. And I think the thing that they need in reality is kind of a 360-degree view that shows information or helps with information around the product that the customer is asking for, and also information about the customer. So to get better understanding of the context that the customer is in right now. And this is only one scenario, right? Using this context-sensitive and context-aware information to drive those processes and help customers getting their answers faster, ideally even without interaction with a human being, because of course, information self-service these days is also a very important piece. But this goes away further, right? This kind of affects every department of an organization. So the financial department, when it comes to automating financial processes, so financial process automation. Also HR, when it comes to mapping skills to requirements in projects, for example, or to requirements that you have in your day-to-day job. And it also helps, maintenance departments, product development departments, sales, marketing, and beyond. So it almost affects every part of the organization.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So one thing you mentioned in there was a 360-degree view. So not all our listeners obviously are familiar with exactly what that means. So could you maybe tell our listeners more about 360-degree views and what you necessarily mean by that?
So the 360-degree views, you can think of collecting information around what we call information object. So around, for example, a customer. So in reality, it helps you to understand what your company and what you yourself know about the customer. But the same is true for a product, for example. It helps you to understand what you as an organization know about the certain product, about the certain part. So 360-degree views help you to aggregate and collect information that is necessary for knowledge management, for efficient knowledge management. So, of course, every organization now tries to leverage for that area also AI, which helps again to kind of fulfill this holistic view, this full picture about a customer, for example, about the product. And with helping that, it is really important to also mention that not every user needs the same information. Let me phrase it like this. Not every user needs the same information about a company, about the product. So many of the things that are necessary for an efficient 360-degree view is also around personalization. So how can you help me to really get information for my day-to-day business, for my task that I have to solve or that I have to do. And that personalization piece and relevancy piece is a big portion of the 360-degree views to really help the stakeholders in the enterprise.
Yeah, that's obviously very important because for personalization, obviously, a maintenance worker doesn't need to see the same exact stuff that a sales representative, for example, needs to see. So, Daniel, I want to give you an opportunity to share anything before we sign off that maybe we missed. Is there any more that you would like to share?
I think really my advice is that from the experience we have, and that's over 20 years of experience, right, with our team and our organization, I would really recommend, and I would also advise everybody to get started. I think the most important thing here is to get started, pick some use cases and get started with those, apply efficient knowledge management, apply AI in those areas, and try to get as much as you can out of the information that you already have. And doing that will also help you taking the learning curve, how to scale that throughout your whole organization. Very critical to get started.
Yeah, getting started is definitely key, and exploring those use cases where organizations can benefit from this. So that was very intriguing. I just want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to diving deeper with other leaders in the organization on how companies can use their data in the near future. So thank you, Daniel, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thanks a lot, Jeremy. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.